Just kind of do a little review before I actually get started. This kind is what tunneled central line, and then this here is your simple pick. This just doesn't have a bio patch on it, but this is simulating a bio patch. There are some little bio pouches. I need you to reuse these. So when you take off a dressing to do your dressing change, then we'll put like a new one on, but we're going to constantly reuse these because a bag of these stupid little things is $15. So that's just ridiculous. Otherwise, I'd give you each one to use, but we can just reuse it because you're going to be taking it off. And so for me, I'll grab one out and put it in my bag so I know that it's already in there. Does that make sense? Okay, and this one doesn't have one, but it probably should. So you can do a dressing change on either one. I don't care which line you decide to do. The technique is the same. And this simulates obviously just a regular IV, and I need to put a dressing on it. So, what all do we need for a central line dressing change?
A new dressing.
Okay, so we need a central line dressing kit. What else? There should be gloves in here, but you're right. What kind of gloves?
Gloves.
And we also need regular exam gloves to take the dressing off. So we're going to put exam gloves on to take it off, and we'll use the sterile gloves to put some on. Reminds me, I need to grab the size. Would you grab? I put some out on the counter, a size 8, because these won't fit for me. We also, if we're going to, I'm not going to worry about flushing it right at this moment. I'm just going to talk to you about changing the dressing. But remember, we need at least a 10 cc syringe if we're going to flush it, which these are always 10 cc pre-filled. And then if we were going to draw blood, then we would need a regular 10 cc syringe. So we would flush 10, waste 10, grab 10, and then flush 10. Perfect. Thank you so much. So, and then we would, not only do we need our dressing kit, we need a bio patch. The bio patches may or may not be in the kits at the hospital. They are not in these kits. So when you're practicing, make sure that you put one in there. Otherwise, if you go to do your checkoff and you don't have one, you're going to have to talk me through now how you're going to get that bio patch into your kit, because you're going to be sterile. So as long as you can talk me through how you're going to maneuver that, we can still continue on the path. So, all right. Any gloves? Dressing here. How do we take off something that might be adhesive?
Rubbing alcohol.
We can rub alcohol on it. So if they have a lot of hair on their arms, we may need to get rubbing alcohol, which usually you all should have little packets in your pockets. And so just take your alcohol and go around, kind of get it moistened. And this will be interesting because this is plastic. And then as you're I'm going to struggle this today. I'm sticking to everything. I don't know. But it's not helping me. Okay. You actually take it and go underneath to pull it off. These little, this may be, okay, work with me here. I'm not going to do the alcohol thing. As I'm taking this off, what do I need to be mindful of?
Your patient, like skin integrity.
Okay, but also what?
Pulling out. Not pulling out.
Pulling out the pick. So you're going to want to go around and hold pressure to the insertion site. I promise you on a patient it's not this awful. Yeah, and these have kind of been on a while. So.
Yeah.
3M things on the wall. Okay. Dressing is off, and now I'm gonna take my bio patch off. Correct. What's one thing I have forgotten to do?
Hand
I
hygiene.
forgot to put on a mask.
Oh.
Your masks are gonna be inside of your kits, so probably need to open your kit first.
Don't get any bacteria from here onto it.
Right, so you're wanting to keep that sterile and you're not wanting to breathe onto there or cough or whatnot. Your patient doesn't have to wear a mask. If they don't wear a mask, what do they need to do?
Look away.
They need to turn their head their other way, but if they want to watch, then you need to go ahead and put a mask on them. And then, of course, your sterile gloves.
So we would just have to bring an extra mask with us into the room? Is it
Or open up your kit
Mhm.
and get your mask out, and then take off your,
But for them, bring
yes,
in an
you
extra
would need
mask.
to bring in an extra one. So I'm done with that. Now I can work inside of here. I've got my chloroprep, or chlorhexidine. I've got tape. I don't know what that is. And then my swabs, my dressing. And did I throw my little red thing away? Anybody watching?
It's in your glove.
Oh, it is. Can somebody, open that? No, that. Yes. And then drop one in my sterile field. And those are, well, it would be sterile, but you can take it out, just drop them in there. Okay, I've opened up my swab sticks, but I'm gonna save this. You all know how to use these? Okay, just like if you did the IV start kits and it had that little plastic cylinder thing, you're just gonna crush these. And then if you squeeze down, you can see that it starts to moisten that pad. And then I'm gonna come around here and I'm gonna hold it in place. And what do we know about chlorhexidine?
Is it like iodine or something?
Right, but do we have to go from inside
No.
out? We don't. And so we can go all around. And most of the videos that you watch on YouTube, they tell you need to scrub vigorously. You don't have to be so gentle. So go ahead and scrub vigorously, making sure that you try to keep your eye over and that it doesn't get icky. And then you can use these sticks to clean off your tubes, or lumens, I'm sorry. Okay. Now I'm going to take my BioPatch. Typically on a BioPatch, they're going to say the top up. If they don't, it's always blue to the moon or blue to the sky. And so the white side is going to go to the patient. Okay, and it's got a little slit like a drainage spun, and you're just going to take and put that around there. By now, hopefully, the chlorhexidine has dried. I'm going to take and you would wrap that around your patient. And now that is secure. Now I can take this off because it's making me claustrophobic and sweat. And I could the last thing I need to do. Initial and date it, so there should be a little thing here. Otherwise, you can always break out your Sharpie.
Do you flush anything?
I will now, after I've done my dressing change, or you could do it before, either way. But what we're checking you off on is just doing the dressing change. Okay, questions?